All right, guys, welcome back to the Mitchell Report, where we take a look at some of the wildest stories in the world of sports. And today on the Mitchell Report, we talk about primetime Deion Sanders. Now, yesterday, Coach Sanders and his Colorado Buffaloes, they fell hard to the Oregon Ducks, 42-6. But I'm going to tell y'all a story about another L Deion Sanders took back in 1996. And I got all the fishy details. Let's get into the Mitchell Report of Coach Prime above the law. All right, people, so Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Primetime, is currently the head coach for the Colorado Buffaloes. Deion played 14 seasons in the NFL and I believe 9 seasons in Major League Baseball. But back in 1996, while with the Dallas Cowboys, Deion Sanders found himself in a little bit of hot water. In June of 96, Deion Sanders was arrested on a trespassing charge after being warned to leave a restricted lake in some airport property in Southwest Florida. So what happened was Deion Sanders at the time, he was fishing on the lake with a friend when he was arrested by 2 officers from the Lee County Port Authority Police Department. Deion, who was a native of Fort Myers, tried to give reasoning for his behavior, saying that he's only home 2 or 3 days a year and the temptation of the lake's large bass was just too great. Deion continued to say that the only defense that I have is that he was sorry and that the fish were biting. He was out there only 10 minutes and they caught me, but I had 10 fish by that time. So the problem, y'all, is that the lake is on property of the Southwest Florida International Airport, and they have no trespassing and no fishing signs posted everywhere. Now, Deion Sanders, who actually owns a home just north of the airport, he was already warned verbally to stay out of the area back on May 7th of 96, and then he received a written warning on May the 9th. So Deion was given warnings about not fishing in this area. He was later arrested on first-degree misdemeanor charges, which carried a maximum penalty of 1 year in jail and a $1,000 fine. Deion Sanders at the time was released on his own recognizance. All right, y'all, we got to talk about this story real quick. It wasn't really a major deal, but when I was reading it, it kind of confused me because I need y'all help. It's time to sign off on the Mitchell Report. Was Deion abusing his power back in 1996 with this situation? I'm looking at this article, and to me it boils down to one or two things. Even Southwestern Airlines was being too Hollywood and not, showing any biasness or any benefit of the doubt to a star such as Deion. Because remember, Deion was playing baseball and football back in 1996. I think he was playing for the Cowboys and the San Francisco Giants, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about the actual baseball team, but I believe he was playing baseball and football back in 96. The weird thing about it, he had got multiple warnings. You understand what I'm saying? And that's kind of what took me back, because it seemed to me like Deion was abusing his power. He was doing entirely too much. These people had already gave you fair notification, fair warning on multiple instances, according to reports, that you couldn't fish in this area. And, he felt like he could do it anyway, or he decided to do it anyway. I mean, when you think back at that little time period, Deion was doing some things that really hasn't been seen like that in sports. So I'm pretty sure Primetime was definitely feeling himself. When I first read it, I was like, man, this is like I don't want to say it's a racist situation or a racist scenario, but they wouldn't even let Deion Sanders fish. You understand what I'm saying? Like, out of everybody else, you're not going to let Primetime do his thing. But, rules are rules. And, they gave him multiple warnings and he still continued to do it. And when you have circumstances like this, the thing that I guess kind of makes me laugh, it's like you guys got all the money in the world. At the end of the day, you guys are paid. You guys could do what you want, kind of, sort of, wherever you want, as long as it's within the realms of the law or the rules and regulations. I'm just like, bro, it could have been so many other places that you could have went to go fishing, but you was hell bent on doing something that you was told not to. He got arrested for it, and he admitted it to it. It wasn't really a huge deal to Deion, but it just goes to show how some of these guys abuse their power. When they in the top of their game, they feel like they untouchable or certain rules and laws don't apply. And I wonder if people feel like that about primetime coach Deion Sanders now that he's a coach with the Colorado Buffaloes. Do they still feel that he is that rebellious, I do what I want, do it my way type of guy? You got a little bit of that feel in Jackson State, but, that's kind of expected. He was there to, trying to turn things around, of course, from a cultural standpoint. Similar situation here in Colorado. Them guys, I think, won one game last season, and they've already superseded that. Took a huge loss to Oregon, got blown out yesterday. But what do y'all think about Deion Sanders now in comparison to the Deion Sanders back in 1996? Does he still give you that vibe that he does what he want? Rules don't apply to him. Things of that nature, man. This is the Mitchell Report. I'm Seven Mitchell. I need you guys to let me know what y'all think about primetime. That story back in 1996, was it his fault or was it the airline's fault for not appeasing to his presence and allowing him to fish on their property? What's your thoughts on this situation, man? I'm Seven Mitchell with the Mitchell Report. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Y'all stay safe. I'm out. Peace. Be sure to smash that like button, and if you enjoy the Mitchell Report series, leave a little quick tip or donation at the Super Thanks. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.